I'm having a trouble with computer, and then I had trouble of not catching eel. And after that, I have a trouble with the recording on this computer. So today I had some troubles, one after the other. And then after not catching eel, I was at the beach, and it was so wonderful. And then I thought, this computer thing and all the recording, and then I realized that I lost one recording, which was about meditation. That was yesterday. And that's due to this computer problem I have, that new computer doesn't work well, MacBook Air. So I have to use the old one, which is this one. And this one has its own problem. It takes time. And then I have to, how do you call it? Dropbox, just move it back and forth. And it gets so cumbersome. So that's why I lost one of the videos, 20 minutes one. I just don't remember what the content was because I'm just like that. But I thought that was an interesting one. So I couldn't remember. But anyway, it's gone. But anyway, on this recording, I made a mistake that my voice was not in the video. So then I realized certain portion is available. So I'm going to connect to that portion after I finish this, so that at least I can save some of the what I've recorded, and if I can see the transition smooth. I don't know if I can, but that's what I'm doing. Basically, that's the background of why I'm posting this video, which is like an existential crisis of why I'm doing this and what's the point of it, and am I losing my mind? Well, after that not catching eel and at the beach, and I had this thinking of, well, there's another world, and why I'm going back to that world of this thing. But then I realized Picasso's case, they stuck with it, and Basho's case, who is the haiku guy, a Zen monk too, and he had so many hikes, unbelievable amount of time. So we only know certain good ones, and Picasso's case too, maybe he has so many good ones, but I don't need to compare with the masters. I'm just one to do my best, and some of my video may be better than others, but I'll just keep on going. And the world will tell. But it doesn't matter. From my point of view, I do what I can and continue doing it. So how to go over difficulties and go through this existential crisis type of a setting? It's obvious. Sila samadhi panna, just be quiet and revisit as much as all the masters may have done. Simple. But those thoughts pop up, and maybe it was a good thing, because when I recorded this thing, the previous one, it took so much time. Now my mind is a little clear. So that's the background. Now I'm going to hand over to the previous one I recorded, and Basho, and the creative process, and where I am, what I do, as if the platform, this video, is one, how do you call that? Yeah, tool to express the creative thought. That's right. And for any creative thought, there's a point of not being able to break through to be creative. And that's just the way it is. And the whole life can be seen as a way of being creative. And you cannot be just keep creative all the time. like in the case of Edison, 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. And the percentage, 99%, is not shown to anyone. The one that we see is the one that is famous, like the Picasso's painting, and he may have done lots of them. In his case, many of them are very expensive, but there are lots of crappy ones, in his view, probably. But he's famous, therefore, everything has the source of creativity here and there. In Basho's case, the poems or the haiku, I just gone through it, and I cannot keep on doing it, but it must be something in each of them. That's right. That's what the creativity is, and the creativity is life. And the life can only come with, like in the case of Edison, 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. And we see the 1% part of it, of Basho, or 1% part of Picasso, yes? And that's what it is. So this is my life. I don't need to compare with them, but just as reference to realize if it's not the fame or money, but more about truthfulness and sincerity in that process, it doesn't matter when I don't catch eel or when I went out walking on the beach and opening up my mind, this one, I haven't been here, and it was so beautiful and wonderful. And then I thought about this computer problem, and there's something else here. I forgot what it was. Anyway, the point is there's difficulties in life. That's what it is. And it's natural. To live life is just the process of going through difficulties. And if it's not difficult, that's not life, actually. So there's a paradox, perhaps. We want the life not to be difficult, whereas life is difficult. So how do you resolve it? Just bite your bullet and realize that's what it is, and just go through it. When the idea pops up, wisdom pops up, and be compassionate, and you feel everything is good, that you can connect and be able to talk, that's wonderful. And we may dream that to be the case. But life is not like that. That your dream doesn't happen so instantly, and if it happens all the time, there's no dream. So by definition, having a dream comes with a hurdle, and that's what it is. Whether you're at 10 years old, 20, 30, 70 years old, in principle, that's the same. And at the older age, keep having a dream is probably not so easy. I don't know. In my case, I thought I had some dream and I live with it all the way. But maybe this weakness, whether it's not catching an eel or the computer problem, I got annoyed, and the hurdle, the difficulty I felt, I needed to digest. And when I look at the Picasso and Basho and what they have done, that gave me another insight that for them to be like that, they had gone through so much difficulties. And whether, but even Picasso says the purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls. Easy to say that, and that's true. That's the purpose of it. But the reality of it, of creating of that art, doesn't come so easily. He left so many quotes that I like. I really like it. It comes of the difficulties. So I'm just realizing as I talk, and I just feel it. That realization, and how to get that realization is always the process. One person, funnily, asked in his comment to my video, I just thought about it. He asked me, how did you get this YouTube thing going? And just tell me how you do it so that I can perhaps learn. And I said, it's not easy. It depends on the situation. And I just realized that I said that. And that's true. And I have to practice that for my own. It's not the number of people and all that, but keep on finding the meaning of what I see is meaningful and work on it. So whether the computer is no good and whether I cannot catch fish, or I had other examples that something didn't work, I don't remember. But that's life. So what? I said it, that's life. That's the dust of daily life that comes. And sometimes the dust is not as big or cumbersome, like the case of the computer problem and all that. But even you complain, go over. That's life. Take time. Don't get discouraged. Sleep on it. Have samadhi. And find the source of energy. When Thomas Alva Edison could make it happen 1,000 times, but he made it 1,001 time to come up with the light bulb or whatever, 99% and 1% perspiration and inspiration. Picasso's inspiration doesn't come easily. Basho's haiku inspiration doesn't come easily, but they stick with it. Why? Something they want to do, and they found what they want to do and live their life. I am using YouTube video as a way of, let me see if I have to do this. As a way of like a diary or journal, to be honest, sincere, truthful, to go over life, and along with it, sharing the process. Sometimes it may be interesting and story could be interesting, sometimes not. And that's life. I say riding the wave of the universe, but I fall off. Computer may not work. Eel I cannot catch. And some thought may pop up, maybe I should do something else because this beach is so wonderful. Why I'm spending time with the computer and all the nonsense? Can I be just free and do that? No. I can briefly do that, whatever that is, but I'm stuck with this process.